Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I have to say that this gathering has become an important platform for bringing together entrepreneurs, family business owners, private investors, family offices, professional advisors, and next generation leaders who are shaping the future of wealth on the African continent.
It's a different world. It's dynamic. A lot happens every day. There will be inheritances, but there are no guarantees of how the inheritances will be managed. The only ones who can secure and give a plan to it are the ones who right now have to make the right kind of decisions, set up the right kind of structures.
Nigeria is one of Africa's great economic success stories. Your entrepreneurs, investors, business leaders, and professionals are increasingly active across global markets.
When a foundation is created, I think it is very important to ensure a clear separation in terms of the clarity the way that the structuring needs to be done.
And I think when we talk about global citizenship, when we talk about global mobility, when we talk about the businesses that Nigerians are creating, it does seem quite oppressive that a jurisdiction that you spent some time in purely to live, but you actually built your wealth in Africa, is entitled to almost half of that wealth when you pass. And that is quite a blunt instrument. And it's probably the main reason why you would have seen a lot of reports in the press of people leaving the UK.
Leaving your money in cash is not investing your money. There's no safety. It is a big risk. And so you better put your money where it can work for you.
As long as you've started building some level of assets and you need those assets, or maybe if your intention is for those assets to outlive you, then you should start thinking about a structure, a vehicle through which you preserve, you grow, and then you transfer those assets to the next generation.
There was a report that was done by KPMG that says that 71% of African CEOs now invest in AI to enhance their operational efficiency and competitiveness. This is not investment in digital transformation, it's AI specifically.
When we talk about technology, there's a trillion reasons to talk about the technology. So the two things that I want to highlight here is this is here to stay. Whether you think this is a boom or a bubble or whatever this is, this investing, this technology is here to stay. It's only growing.
One of the things that we know technology has done historically is democratization. I know it's a hype word. I mean, today we're in a place where a young startup in Enugu, for instance, can have access to the same level of compute, right, that a more sophisticated startup sitting in Silicon Valley can also have. So you see that democratization obviously is creating, value as you see it today.
It's my first time here in Lagos, Nigeria.
This is my first time attending the Lagos Private Wealth Conference.
The thing I heard today that has stayed with me will be wealth for impact, not just making wealth, but actually passing it on to generations, and also philanthropy, giving back to society.
A highlight for the day has been sheer volume of information given. Everything that has been spoken on, from the panels to the presentations, has been, very practical and very helpful.
I call it a global family. It was quite interesting that the fact that you had people talking from different parts of the world in Lagos, and you found that there was a synergy. So I think I'll call it a global synergy.
It's been really a delight to be here.
Two defining moments have made me feel that this has been worth it. One was really looking out across the audience and seeing in many cases father and son, mother and daughter, and knowing that we're really, really having a conversation that transcends generations. Knowing that parents felt this was important enough this year to invite their next generation to hear, to learn, to develop, and to just be in the room. And this shows a commitment from these families to communicating with their next generation about wealth transfer and wealth preservation. Another one really was a panel that really stood to show how much resilience, how much entrepreneurship, and how much creativity there is in the Nigerian country, in the Nigerian soul. And we heard from panelists who have created a wonderful film that has had global acclaim, talk about their journey, talk about the challenges, talk about what it takes to be a creative on the African continent. So I really hope that people go away and decide to take some action if they haven't even written a will, if they haven't taken cognizance of their affairs, that they really sit at the dining table, at the kitchen table with their family members, communicate and decide, take real decisions to take the right steps to build and to grow together as a family and as a community.